Did it really, David? I'm seeing this now. Hey, Chris. I haven't looked at what the Farmer's Almanac is saying about Texas winter. I have not looked. Good Tuesday evening. Bill Taylor here, Ken's 5 Digital Center. Blessings to you and yours. Hope it's a wonderful Tuesday night. We're getting into those hours that you can actually go outside and enjoy a nice walk, Otherwise, it better be a workout, It better be conditioning, because that's what's going to happen. Make sure you're hydrated. If you're going to be out in that kind of heat, working or doing anything outside in that kind of heat, it really is dangerously hot in the afternoon hours between, say, I would give it as far as dangerous, 2 to 6, 2 to 7. But starting at about 11 a.m. until about 8 p.m. is when we're really under a lot of the heat and the stress on your body. We hit 100 today in the city. Seguin stopped at 99. New Braunfels 102 with Hondo, Uvalde, George West, Beeville. 106 Del Rio. 106 on a high today. Wow. 107 Cotulla. 107. All right, so our 100 is our sweet 16th compared to last summer's 75 of them, last year's, and keep in mind, our first 100 was 102 on May 25th, Memorial Day weekend. And then that was the only one we had in May. June we had a few. But July, we only had a few in the beginning, and then the rest of the month was pretty wet, so we didn't get up to 100 again. Hi, Angela. Consuelo, we do. We need some rain desperately right now, but it's going to be a while. Hey, Lise, how are you? So, stacking up our 100 with what we should be doing, it's just a few degrees above average. It's 6 away from a 1962 record. Today, felt like 106, even 107. In fact, outside tonight, it still feels like 98 in San Antonio, 102 in Pearsall, 97 in Del Rio, and in a lot of spots, actually. 97 is a popular one. Hey, Lynette. But notice the humidity forecast. Dew points aren't going anywhere. So with southeast winds continuing and the humidity staying high, dew points in the 70s. We go to 105 to 107 between San Antonio and New Braunfels tomorrow, and then 107 to 108 in the city on Thursday. So this is why we're going to be doing our weather impact alert days beginning Thursday and take them all the way through the weekend. The weekend is when you're spending more time outdoors. Your kids are playing in games like soccer, and you really got to be paying close attention and taking breaks, limiting the outside activity, especially when your body starts to tell you, look, it's time to get inside. I need some AC. I need a break. And it will communicate that with you. It's perfectly designed to do so. And so last night I showed you there was a couple of isolated showers today. Got up to about Cuero, Hallettsville. And we might see the same tomorrow. Here's a look at Wednesday's future radar. And you see around Port Lavaca, there's a few near Bay City, but nothing up into San Antonio. Right, Chris, this is that time of year. It is that time. All right, so no big changes. High pressure well in control for the next 2 weeks. Let's talk about Ernesto. Okay, more intensification since we last looked. Winds are now at 65 miles per hour. The storm is about 90 miles east of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Winds are at 65, and the movement continues at about 18 miles per hour west-northwest. So as it kind of moves across the northern part of the island of Puerto Rico, it looks as though it's going to miss the Dominican Republic. before taking a right turn and heading towards Bermuda. When it does that, that right turn is where it's expected to encounter some favorable conditions, because we're expecting a Category 1 hurricane by tomorrow. It's getting pretty close tonight. And then a Category 2 as we get into Thursday night. And then it's looking like landfall on Bermuda late Friday night as a pretty strong Category 2 hurricane. So Bermuda is going to really get a wallop. And see that little jog it takes to the west? That's not good for Bermuda, because you get on that northeast side and it always gets worse. Worst quadrant of the hurricane, if you look at it, 4 quadrants, that northeast quadrant from the center. Doing good, Gene. How are you? Glad you're on. Hope all is well. So, no impact on the continental 48. Nothing on that one is headed in our direction. Nothing but the heat. High pressure going to keep us right around 100 to 101 to 102. So notice that the afternoon highs will start climbing. No change in sky condition, no chance of rain. And then we'll get even as hot as 104 by Tuesday, and we could stay there through the end of next week. So you're looking now at the 23rd and 24th. So the 23rd still hovering around 104. What's happening there is the winds will get more south to southwesterly. That could dry us out enough that the dew point comes down and the temperature will go up. Remember that drier air will heat more efficiently. That's why we'll hit 104. And that's also why we would drop the weather impact alert days. Even though it's technically hotter on the air temperature, that's when the feels like could be 102 or 103. It could actually be below the actual air temperature. When the air gets dry, and you hear always, people in Phoenix or Las Vegas, yeah, but it was a dry heat. And that's because when it hits 120 and it's dry heat, it feels cooler than that, or it doesn't feel as hot. It's hard to use the word cooler when it's at least feeling like 115 to 120, right? So the air temperature could be 120, but it feels like 115 or 114. Okay, it doesn't feel as hot as that number is. Hey, Terry. Don Bush's birthday today? Is that today? Hope it goes out to sea. Oh, Lynette should be okay, because it looks like it takes a nice little turn. Let's just show you that. Your sun is there. That's a important forecast. So watch what the models are showing us. And one thing's for sure, the models are in great agreement. See that right turn? So the Dominican, you can't see the little, I don't have a pointer on there. The Dominican Republic is that island, okay, left of the storm, that first big island right there. That's the Dominican. So as it takes that right turn, see, the Dominican will be on the western side, which is the quieter side of the storm. They'll get some weather, but it won't be bad. It really won't. And then the storm, look, it's gone, and this is Thursday. So any weather, and the seas will be a little rough tomorrow morning up until midday. And then it starts north and east, and your sun will be fine. Saturday, then we sing Friday for sure, Terry, absolutely. Terry's planning a trip to the coast, Port A. Yes, absolutely. Weather's going to be fine. It'll just maybe a couple of pop-up sea breeze showers, but nothing significant. No, guys, Pedro, Sonia, no rain in sight. There it is. The 14-day forecast is a dry one. So with that, I bid you a Tuesday night farewell, my friends, and you are my friends. You guys have a wonderful evening. I love you. God bless you. And we'll see you on Ken's 5 News at 10.